Imagine waking up to the same ceiling, the same quiet hum in the air, the same tight knot curling in your stomach, a feeling so familiar you stopped noticing it years ago. Light slants through the blinds exactly as it did yesterday. The air smells the same. You lie there, already knowing how the day will unfold. It's like a rerun you've watched 1,000 times. You know the lines. You know exactly when your voice goes small, when your smile becomes automatic, when you disappear from your own day. This is the loop, not dramatic enough to run from, not peaceful enough to want to stay. You've tried gratitude. You've tried powering through. You've told yourself you should be thankful for routines that keep you safe. But deep underneath, there's a quiet truth pulsing like static behind your ribs. Maybe you're not stuck because you're failing. Maybe you're stuck because some part of you refuses to live this same day one more time. Breathe into that possibility. This isn't about productivity or discipline or perfect routines. This is about time disruption. One tiny crack in the script changes everything. One breath, one unexpected move, and the rerun begins to unravel. Pause and let your mind drift through the scenes of your typical day. Ask yourself gently, what does my loop look like? What's the first thing I reach for when my eyes open? How do I talk to myself as I get ready? Which parts of my day feel robotic or empty? When do I fake interest, energy, or certainty? How do I soothe myself when I feel stuck, scrolling, snacking, zoning out? Let the answers spill out. No editing, no judgment. This isn't about shame. It's about seeing the pattern clearly. Because once you see the loop, you're no longer trapped inside it. You become the writer. Now, imagine the loop cracking open, just a hairline fracture in the script. See yourself standing in one of those tired, predictable moments and choosing to do something different, even if it's small. Instead of opening your inbox, you open a blank page and write 3 true sentences. Instead of saying, I'm fine, you say, I'm tired, or I'm hopeful, or I don't know. Instead of pushing through the afternoon, you step outside and look up at the sky. Ask yourself, if I let this moment break the loop, what else might start to shift? What would it feel like in my body to choose something different, even for a minute? Write or speak whatever comes up. Even fragments matter. Picture your life like a film reel. You've watched this scene so many times, but now you're reaching for the scissors, ready to splice in something new. Tell yourself, tomorrow doesn't have to be a revolution. It just needs to be 1% different. Let one tiny act rise in your mind. Maybe you wake up when your body stirs instead of waiting for the alarm. Maybe you wear something bold you usually save for later. Maybe you skip a task that feels empty and spend 10 minutes being playful. Maybe you say no without explaining. Maybe you eat a meal in silence, listening only to your breath. Ask yourself, what is one small thing I could do tomorrow that would interrupt the rerun? How might my day feel if I gave myself permission for this one tiny shift? Choose one micro loop breaker and write it down. As the imagined film of your day fades to black, feel the edges of the loop loosen. Because once you interrupt the rerun, even by one breath, you're not waiting for the perfect day anymore. You're already beginning again. Close your eyes for a moment. Let the truth settle in. Then write these words where you'll see them. I'm not waiting for the perfect day to begin again. I just needed to interrupt the one that wasn't mine. Know this, you've already cracked the loop.